Before this video starts, I am giving away a game pass. All you need to do is like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment down below with your Roblox username and which pass you would like. And I'll be drawing the winner in my next video. Hello and welcome to a size boost equipment build video. In today's video, I am going to be covering what is the best size boost equipment build you can use now. Now there's been an update, the build has changed, and I want to talk about the changes. So before the update, the best size boost equipment build was this, which is a Frostform pendant, Royal Federation crown, and 8 prismatic stars, with a size boost museum, which I can show you now. It is this one. So it takes a dinosaur stool, pionite, volcanic core, dragon bone, cinnabar, volcanic key, and a bunch of other stuff. And under the equipment section, it does say that the old best size boost equipment build was Frostform pendant, Royal Federation crown, and 8 prismatic stars with a cosmic galactic pan. And if you look, I do actually have a cosmic galactic pan as well. You can no longer get this pan in the game, but there is other pans that do around the same amount. Not as much, but very, very close. So in today's video, we are going to be crafting 14 new rings for a good size boost build. And those rings are, so Ring of Thorns, Dig Strength 40, Luck 100, Size Boost 30%, and Modifier Boost 60%. And if we look at the old rings that were used for a size boost build, you get Luck 20, so you get 80 more luck per ring on the Ring of Thorns, Dig Strength 20, Capacity 40, Dig Speed 20%, Shake Strength 3, Shake Speed 20%, Cell Boost 20%, Size Boost 20%, so you get an extra 10% size boost with the Ring of Thorns, and a Modifier Boost of 20. So these new rings, we should be getting an extra 10% size boost per ring, and that is pretty high. And then there's also this other piece of equipment. So if you don't know about size boost builds is, they normally kind of lack luck. But what this item does is give you 60% size boost. So it is a little bit worse than what the best item size boost is for a charm. But it does give you 580 luck. And a size boost build is always lacking in luck. So that might be the fix you need. But crafting a full set of 8 Ring of Thorns 6-star rings might be a little slow, so we're going to be trying it out today and finding out the best updated size boost build. Let's quickly have a look at our stats first. If you've not seen our stats with the current build, I am using this, which is the size boost build in my museum, Legendary Plus. I'm not using any of the epics, rares, uncommons or commons, and that gives me a size boost of 1086%, including the galactic pan. But there is other pans. You get the magnetic pan, which gives you 25%. You get the diamond pan, which gives you 10%. You get the world shaker pan, which gives you 25%. And the frostbite pan, which also gives you 25%. And all of those are size boost. So make sure you use one of those pans when you're using a size boost build. Now onto the crafting of the rings. I am just going to quickly smash through this because I do have 14 rings to craft. So let's go. These rings take Chryso, Pionite, Light Shard, Glow Moss, and Firefly Stone. So let me just craft these real quick. So I have now crafted 14 Ring of Thorns rings. The reason I'm not doing 16 is because we already have one 6-star ring right there. So now I'm going to put these through the forge because we are going to be making these a 6-star. And it's always best to get high percentage from the reforge until you go and forge. Because when you go and forge, if you have like a 90 and an 80% ring, it will give you an 85, 86. It will give you something in between those percentages. So I'm going to look for anything above 85% for all of these Ring of Thorn rings. And that was the last one. So we now have 14 Ring of Thorns rings, 5-star, all of them above 85. And now it's time to go and forge. So with forging, what I normally like to do is I normally like to pick the highest percentage. So that one would be a 93 and then pair it with my lowest. So that would be an 85. And this should give me a 6-star. I want to say 87, 88% for 1,000 shards. So here we go. If you don't know what forging does, it makes your rings a 6-star, but it also gives you a 10% boost in your stats. So here we go. 91. Wow, I got higher than I thought. Now we are going to repeat this 7 times. And there we have it. 7 Ring of Thorns rings. 91, 92, 91, 90, 90, 90 and 90%. So the least I'm lacking is 10% per ring. But now we have the full set of Ring of Thorns. Now I don't know if this is going to be a viable build yet. It's going to take some testing, but this is the first time I'm going to be equipping these rings ever. And there we have it. 8 Ring of Thorns rings, Frostthorn Pendant, Royal Federation Crown. And if we want to max out the percentages to the very, very top, we would swap out the what would we actually swap out? I don't think anything. I think this is it. But we could use the Antlers of Life to get more luck. Like if we look at the Antlers of Life, where is it? There, you get 580 luck. So we would take a decrease in about 40% size boost, but we would gain 500 luck. So that could be worth using, but we are going to test this build for the max percentages, and now we're going to take a look at our stats. So that is now put the size boost to 1,285, and before it was 1,080. So I gained an extra 200% size boost by using the Ring of Thorns instead of prismatic stars. So that looks pretty good. Now I do want to quickly create this loadout. New size boost. Boom, because you can actually name your loadouts now, which is really good. Now let's go and test this build. But first we do need to collect our sluice because our sluice is ready. So let's see what we get. Absolutely nothing. I expected nothing because I have had 2 exotics the last time I've claimed this. Now the area I'm going to be testing this build is actually in the void. Because I do need a high kg void stone for my full looking cap museum build over there. So if we could get like a void stone that's like 20 plus kg, I would be over the moon. So we do have 2 void shards. So we're going to be using some of these right now. Let's go. The void has spawned. Let's go and test this build. Where's me totems? Luck totem, strength totem. We are going to be using both of these. So we're going to place one here and one here. And then let's try this build out. How slow is this build going to be? Okay, so it takes about... Whoa, it's a 1 pan fill. It's a 1 pan fill. I can't see my screen. What is that? Hello? And I've got 8,000 luck. Like, we do have a meteor shower and totems on right now. Wait, I just made 3 billion in 1 pan? Oh, and it's a 1... No way, what is this build? To be honest, it doesn't even take too long to shake. Like, the speed is not bad at all. But if we take off... Let's say we take off the Royal Federation Crown and put on the Antlers of Life, wherever that is, right there. We should have 10,700 luck on a size boost build, and we're one-hitting it. How much size boost did we lose, though? We lost around 100 size boost. Is that worth losing 100 size boost for an increase of 2,000 luck on a size boost build? It generally could be. The meteor shower has just ended, so we are down to 5,300 luck. But if we... Oh, I need to finish off this pan so I can swap over to the Royal Federation Crown again. I want to see how much luck we actually lose. So take off the Antlers of Life, put on the Royal Federation Crown, and we're down to 4,000. So I lose like 1,500 luck, but I'm still one-hitting my pan for 1,500 capacity. And you can just see the size of the items. Like, I cannot even see my screen when I'm digging. And we make 3.5 billion per pan. Holy, this is a money maker. I generally think this is the best build. This is the best size boost build. Frostthorn Pendant, Royal Federation Crown, 8 Ring of Thorns. I think this is it. I think this is generally it. And we still get 4,000 luck. And that's honestly more than enough to get exotics. It really is. Wow, what a build this is. I'm actually amazed on how good these Ring of Thorns are. Because I had a worry that this build was going to be very, very slow. But we are one-hitting the pan. And let's be honest, shaking doesn't actually take that long. If you want to copy this build, then make sure you do. And then if you need the museum stats, make sure you get these items. Just don't build that equipment. Build this equipment. Because this equipment is going to be the new meta for size boost, 100%. I'm going to delete that loadout too. We don't need it anymore. Prismatic stars are no longer needed. Oh, and someone just popped a meteor shower. How lovely of them. We've got 8,194 luck now. That is more than enough luck to get a void stone. Come on. Give me a void stone. Like, look at the size of these items in this pan. It's actually insanity. Boom, 2 billion. Oh, I'm going to make so much money by using this build. Wow. And to still have 8,000 luck is actually really crazy. Like, this build is very good. Make sure you do actually copy this build. If you're looking for size boost items. Like, I could min-max it a bit more by swapping out my museum with the epics, the rares, the uncommons, and the commons. And I'll probably gain another, like, 200% size boost, maybe, in my stats. But 1,285%, you really don't need more than that. Like, that's more than enough size boost to get the max kg items needed for the museum. And that's the only reason you need high kg items is for the museum. Or if you're a collector, then the highest percentage possible would probably be beneficial. I just made 5.7 billion from one pan. Can you actually believe that? 5.7 billion. Wow. And this is going to be money again, isn't it? Like 3 billion? 2.1? Like, I'm literally just making multi-billions. Wow. Oh, someone popped solar flares. Watch this. Because solar flares gives you a modifier chance plus size. And the size increase in solar flares is actually insane. Like, look at the lag on this pan. Oh, this is going to be money. This is going to be money. How much? 11.1 billion from one pan inside of solar flares. Okay, I found the money strat of the century. Wow. If you need money, then make this build. What? I could get to the leaderboards with this build. There's no way. I've only got one critique about this build. It's the shake speed. If the shake speed was just a little bit faster, this build would be actually above, like, anything else. I think it still is above anything else, but it could have been even better with just a bit of speed. Because it is a little bit slow to shake 1,500 capacity. And without the galactic pan, I would only have around 1,000 capacity. So I'm so glad I've got the galactic pan before it exited the game, before they removed it. Because if you didn't know, the galactic pan was actually a limited time pan inside of the void. Like, you could only get it inside of the void for about 2 weeks. Now it's gone forever. And it's the biggest capacity pan in the game. I just made 10.3 billion. Literally, I'm making 10 billion pans if I dig in the solar flares. That is insane. Now, if you don't have enough materials for these equipments, because they are very hard to get, like the Frostthorn Pendant, the Royal Federation Crown, and 8 Ring of Thorns, there is other items you can use, including the Fossilized Crown, which gives you 50% size boost, Antlers of Life, which gives you a 60% size boost instead of the Royal Federation Crown, which gives you 90. And for the neck piece, you can use Celestial Rings, which gives you 45%, or the Frostthorn Pendant, which gives you 100%. And then rings, you either got to choose between Prismatic Stars, which give you 20%, or the Ring of Thorns, which gives you 30%. So there is quite a few items you can use if you don't have certain items to craft this and these. So there is alternatives. You will have a little lower percentage, but it will still be a very good size boost build. Now, there is another thing. If this build is making you lag because look at the size of the items, like my computer can barely handle it, and I do have a decent computer. Like, if your phone or computer or console can't handle the size of these items, what you can do is go into the settings and turn on simple models when panning, and then watch what this does. So we're going to dig a full pan, and now look at this. It's like we're playing the normal game, but we're getting insane sized items. So that is a lot more better to watch that instead of the big massive items in your face, because I was getting a little bit of a headache watching that. So I think when I'm using a size boost build, I am going to put on that setting. If you want to see what setting it is again, it's called Simple Models When Panning. And it basically turns all your items to little cubes. So it makes using size boost builds a lot more manageable for both you and your device. Oh, we got a mythic. Wait, is that red? Oh my god, it's red. Please, please be a big one. Please. Please. 2.7? I've just been scammed. No. I've just been absolutely scammed. 2.7 kg with a 1,285% size boost. How is that even possible? I have literally just been scammed once again with the Void Stone. I just can't get a big Void Stone. I literally can't. I've had so many Void Stones with size boost builds, and they've all been like 1 to 2 kg. I think I need like a 20 kg for my museum. Is it 10 or 20? I actually can't remember. But I know it's high. Because I think the highest Void Stone I have is like 4.5 kg. How is that even possible? I've just literally been scammed. No. And what's even crazier, I've not had one mythic, but I got a Void Stone. It took 23 minutes to get that one Void Stone attempt. So it's probably going to take a lot of voids to try and get a big Void Stone. And this is probably the last pan of the void, because there is only 10 seconds left now. So can we get anything from this? Maybe we could get one more dig if we're lucky. Quick, get to the land. No, it's over. And it's done. So as you can see, you can still actually get exotics with a size boost build. It's just very, very rare. We managed to get one exotic, no mythics in half an hour of the void. So this equipment build is actually very worth making in my opinion. So if you want to make this build, it is a Frostborn Pendant, Royal Federation Crown and 8 Ring of Thorns. But like I said earlier in the video, there is alternatives if you don't have the items to make that kind of equipment. Because I know this is like end game builds. But if you're like mid-game, there is literally other options like prismatic stars and stuff like that. Prismara is very hard to get. Well, it's actually became easier recently because of the overgrown cave. You can actually get Prismara quite easy in there. So if you want to copy my museum as well, then make sure to use this. This is a full build for a size boost museum. Don't follow the equipment though, because the equipment is actually outdated. The only thing that's credible is the Frostborn Pendant, Royal Federation Crown and the Cosmic Galactic Pan. Like I said though, you can use Prismatic Stars if you don't have enough to craft the Ring of Thorns. But that is going to be the end of this video. If you did enjoy this video, then make sure to leave a like. And if you really enjoyed and you're new around here, make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow for your next daily prospecting content. Goodbye.